Okay, so here we are again in another video, and today, as always, we're gonna start with the DX fucking Y. Um, Today was a very moved day. I didn't fucking stop in a fucking single minute, but here we are again, guys and girls. So, well, as you know, DXY for me is like a kind of guide, but I don't really use it. I just look at it in the beginning of the day and I try to understand what could happen more or less. Um, but yeah, it's just to expect some movements and, well, have like a little bit of a bias, if you want to say it like that. Okay, so we started the day as yesterday. I think we had the same primary liquidity in H1 and previous weekly high. As I said, it took all of them. We had this previous daily high here, but usually when it's taken like this, it goes up with strength. And in this case, we had this break of a structure to the downside. Well, we had two of them. Well, yeah, it just took all this liquidity. I don't know if it's gonna continue going higher, but, well, nothing we can control. Okay, so the break is here. We have this travel liquidity here. It reacted, but probably we will see a strong move to the upside for the DXY. Break here. It took this liquidity, so the next relevant liquidity is far from here. Yeah, probably the next relevant liquidity is here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's around here. We will see, but probably we will go up for a few days or weeks or months. I think that people is like losing their confidence on the dollar. Well, yeah, losing the confidence with the dollar, the euro, Japanese yen, whatever. But maybe we have a rally, okay, because of the interest rates and everything. Let's see if they reopen the government more or less on the United States, and, well, we will see what happens, okay. But yeah, it's just kind of a guide. We had these movements here, pretty interesting. Really took all these relevant liquidities on H1, and yeah, we had a lot of reactions like whipsaw. So we will see now what happened today on the other pairs. Today we had a trade that I'm gonna show you in the end of the video, or not. Well, let's see. Euro USD. After taking this previous weekly low and previous daily low, I was looking for a reversal. So I'm gonna show you the higher time frame, because if the DXY creates a movement like that we thought, we could see a big move for the Euro USD, like a big move. I'm talking to go maybe down here, or, yeah, we had the reaction here, so probably we're talking to go down here. Not sure, but there's the relevant liquidity is there for me, so yeah, I can expect that at some point. So yeah, we could have some move to the upside, of course, to take some liquidity. Maybe we take this round liquidity in H1 at some point, but yeah, we will see. Okay, right now I was looking for buys with all this liquidity being taken. We had this clear break of structure here, relevant liquidity on 5 here. We had a reaction out of timing. That's why I don't trade out of timing. And then we had this low here, another break structure again, and in this case we had no relevant liquidity on M5 to the left, so no trades for me here, of course. GBP/USD. You can see we had something there. I thought it was another pair, but well, whatever. So here we have a relevant liquidity on each one and a previous weekly low from a few weeks ago. But the main one now, it was here with the, well, this previous daily low marked up this relevant liquidity in each one. That's why I leave it. We had this one, which it was like, well, it was here, but so it went down. We took this rally within each one, previous daily low again with weeks. I don't really care because I just look for the reversal. So in this case, there's text that I'm gonna explain you right now. We had, I don't care about this because we have no breaks of structure really. So the first break of structure is here to the upside. I was sleeping here today. I was tired. I had to work until 12 or something like that, and I had to sleep a little bit more. And we had this break of structure to the upside here. Revenue we didn't find down here. We even didn't have a proper M1 confirmation because the R1 is here, and as you can see, we have no engulfing candle, so no trade for me, of course, there. And then on M5 we had another break of structure here, and I was looking for confirmations. So what I like here is that we had a strong break to the downside with this candle, and then these weak candles here, meaning that sellers were entering. We had the previous daily low zone, previous weekly low zone, so we expected a lot of reactions here. So my entry was like, we had this POY here after the break of structure up here, and the text explains this. Okay, so I saw this candle with a wick and this engulfing candle, and I decided not to trade it because, as you can know, when it comes into a mitigation zone, it takes a run liquidity on M1 or whatever with a wick. I don't really like it because for me it means that they are enticing buyers in this case to enter, and this wick means for me liquidity entering. So I didn't take the trade because I didn't like the weak M1 reaction to the POI. I mean this one. On M5, it's true that we had everything mitigated, but I feel good not entering. Okay, so on M5, as you can see, if I place the, no, okay, I'm not gonna do it, but as you can see, this is all mitigated. We had this mitigated, so no, there was nothing really there. Oh fuck, I lost my last day. Shit. Well, I'm gonna try to remember it someday from the backtesting. So yeah, I just decided not to enter there. I didn't feel comfortable, and then the price went down again. We had this first candle here, which it has a wick, yes, but because it is mitigating this POI, and of course I need to see a confirmation with momentum. So I saw this reaction here. Let me close the door. One moment, please. Okay, so I waited for the confirmation with this engulfing candle. I entered in this candle, of course, but we had a spread in the fucking broker, well, FTMO broker. So, well, I just entered, my entry was up here. The stop loss below these lows, as we had a really long target, so I didn't really care about the stop loss. It's true that I would have loved to have it like this, but not always. I prefer to save my entry. Some days I usually enter and the price doesn't come back, but sometimes it happens. And then it started going up. Let me here on the one, well, more or less it was here. Break even 50%. It's true that the break even, I put the break even when it broke this high, and then the 50% on the 1-to-1 with like, yeah, there, and then it started going up finally after 3 break-evens. But I don't care because I have profit with the break-evens. That's why I have profit, because I feel much better. And then it went up to the run liquidity in 5. In the end, it took the run liquidity in H1. but as you know, my targets are on the run liquidity on M5, and well, we had a really good TP today, and I'm happy for it. And then well, it took this run liquidity on H1. No trade for me here. I was working anyways, but the break of structure is here, probably the run liquidity on M5, and then continuation to the downside. So no trade for me. And I'm gonna try to go faster now that everything is more or less plain. Use the JPY, nothing. Had this and nothing else. So of course no trades for me. Use the CHF. I wanted to look for sales in the beginning of the day after taking this previous weekly high, previous daily high, previous daily high, and rally with H1. So a lot of fucking rally liquidities. The problem here is that the breakout structure was on the rally liquidity in 5. My proper confirmation should have been here, and in the end it took that at the end of the day, so no trades for me. We took the run liquidity in 5 here, and we had this one here not taken. And finally USD CAD. Again, in this case I looked for sells and then for buys, as we had some sort of a whipsaw too, but no trades. In this case it took run liquidity in H1 and previous daily high here. It broke a structure. I was focused on the other trade, so I didn't really look at this one. It broke a structure here, but it took the run liquidity on M5 too, and yeah, no trade for me. Excuse me. Here we took this run liquidity on H1 with those weeks and this week. So I was looking for a continuation trade, but it gave the continuation trade out of timing. It's true that it's not really clear for me what's the stop loss zone, so maybe 3.5, I don't know, and this is my target, so it's 166. Not a really good trade, but like talking about RR, but it's a TP, not something that I would take because it's out of timing. And in the end of the day, we went down to take this previous daily low, and well, I was looking for a buy. The break of structure was here. It took the run liquidity on M5, so no trades for me, as the proper confirmation for it would have been down here. Okay. So this was my day. I hope you like it, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.